Here's a question. It hasn't come up, especially 16 years after. It's already 16 years. Well, after Joe Lieberman, the fact that Bernie Sanders is Jewish. Obviously, he's not practicing, but throughout history, that would not be exhaustive right there. The fact that Bernie Sanders is a Jew never comes up. What does this say about the state of Jews in America?
Well, I think the fact that he's a Jew does come up a lot, actually, and in fact, I've heard it mentioned many times when he's on TV shows that he's a Jewish socialist. He's mentioned it a couple of times, although he doesn't mention it as much as the media mentions it about him. On Saturday Night Live this past Saturday, they mentioned that. And it was part of at least one of the skits he was in.
And, of course, every time he opens his mouth, it sounds like a Jew.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say. Joe Lieberman actually was less of the Jewish stereotype than
he wasn't at all.
Yeah, even though Joe Lieberman actually is a practicing religious Jew.
Yeah, but you wouldn't necessarily know he's Jewish if you met him, just the way he carries himself.
Whereas Bernie Sanders is what I call a gyno, a Jew in name only. He has nothing to do with Judaism. He doesn't like Jewish women. He had a kid out of wedlock, some non-Jewish woman. His current wife, and I think he was married twice, and I think both wives were not Jewish. His current wife's not Jewish. He has nothing to do with the religion. I think I was reading in People magazine what these guys running ate for breakfast. They all answered questions about things like that. And I think Bernie Sanders said that he liked Canadian bacon and so on. He's really not a practicing Jew.
Oh, he's from close to Canada.
But what he is he is the epitome of the Jewish stereotype that is kind of the canard of anti-Semites. Most Jews are not from Brooklyn. Most Jews do not have that kind of accent. Most Jews in America and most Jews around the world do not have the accent that Bernie Sanders has. You and I don't have that accent.
Yeah, by the way, you and I both have pretty thick accents, but we don't. People don't associate Detroit and Philly with Jews the way Brooklyn.
Right. And he's really just a walking stereotype of what people think of as Jews. But he's really not very Jewish. He's only Jewish culturally, I would say. But ethnic, and maybe not even so much that.
I think it's just 80% of it's the accent. It's so thick.
Yeah, it's the accent, and that he's kind of schlubby. And, the stereotype of Jews is that they're sloppy and slovenly, their hair is unkempt, they have frizzy hair, this and that, and he embodies all of those things. But I think the reason why people don't hold it against him is that, even though the Republicans do have, the conservative movement, is not free of anti-Semites, it's far less anti-Semitic than the liberals and the far left in the Democratic Party. And even though they are primarily anti-Semitic there, he does not care about Jewish things. He's not pro-Israel. He doesn't care about that. In fact, he has a lot of anti-Israel advisors, including James Zogby, the head of the Arab American Institute, who's a supporter of Hamas and Hezbollah. And he does not care about things that Jews care about, or things that are, inherent to the Jewish religion. He is a liberal and a Marxist first, last, and always. He said democratic socialist, but he's a Marxist, let's be honest. Everything he's talking about, that's Marxism. And these people love that. And don't forget that even though, the original Marxists were very anti-Semitic and they hated Jews, who were their leaders? Karl Marx.
Yeah.
He came from a Jewish family.
Wait, was his mother Jewish? Was Marx's mother Jewish, actually?
I would have to look it up, but I was under the impression that both of his parents were Jewish and they converted.
Okay, that might have been it. The other thing is, just I want to point out for people listening to this, we act like it's no big deal on the left, but the left throughout history, with the aberration of National Socialist Germany and the whole Aryan thing, the anti-Semitism generally is not racial, and it certainly isn't, among anti-Semites in America and the West today. If you drop the whole Judaism thing, it's, they're generally not going to have a problem with you. If you don't support Israel and you just do your thing, it's not racial like it was with Hitler.
It depends. I mean, you know, I've had people say to me, "Oh, you're a Khazar and you're a Jewish interloper and stuff."
Right.
Who didn't know me or know my.
But you're a
politics,
conservative.
never.
I mean, you're treated in a different category.
No,
If you,
but I mean, I'm telling you, like, if I've gone to Detroit to a resale shop and I met this black guy, I had this happen to me recently. There was this black guy. He didn't know me or anything about me or who
Right.
I was, and he asked me, "Oh, are you Irish? You look very Irish or Scandinavian." And I said, "Nope, wrong. Try again." And he was guessing a lot of different things. And finally, I just said, usually I don't tell people what I am,
Right.
but finally I just said, "I'm Jewish." And he said, "Oh, you're not Jewish. What are you? You're a Khazar. You're a white interloper of the Jews. The real Jews are the Palestinians." And he was going on and on and on.
Good.
He didn't know my politics or anything about me. I didn't say anything about anything. I was just trying to look for stuff at a resale shop. So I like going, you know, to de-stress in my spare time, that little I have, to look around for stuff, and it's fun. And this guy made it not fun only because I mentioned that I was Jewish after he kept asking me what I was.
He was hitting on you. He was hitting on you. Come on.
Well, whatever. I don't know.
You didn't
how
even pick
hitting
up on
someone
it.
to make anti-Semitic comments.
No, he was just trying to keep you talking, and then he would have gone and gone the nice route and invited you for
Bye, Jew
coffee.
hater, and I left. You know, there was never any chance for this guy anyhow. But
Hey, he didn't risk much. It's not like you had to invest a whole dinner and evening with you.